Welcome everyone to the LEC post-game lobby. My name is Sjokz and I am joined by Ender and by Dan. Hello Dan, congratulations. What a huge victory over G2.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us really expected it because it's just so hard to take on an opponent like G2. Let me start maybe at the draft and the curveball that was thrown your way with the Rumble on the side of Caps. Were you at all taken by surprise by it, and did you adjust to it, or did you not think too much of it once it was in the game?
I think we were definitely taken by surprise. I mean, it's not like we've scrimmed against Rumble or something like that. This split. And I think we kind of knew this game could snowball out of control in their favor pretty fast. So I think we were quite happy that we had pretty stable early game and they didn't manage to succeed on invading anything really. I think all they managed to do was get double crap on the first spawn and that was about it. So I think we were happy with the choice in the end that they decided to take Rumble.
Yeah, can you talk to me about the team fights and as you say, you don't play against it too much anymore. It's not even played in the top lane anymore. Oh yeah, maybe talk to me about this. Was there any fear that maybe you guys messed up and they were going to end the game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely after last week against Fnatic, where we went for a bit of a coin flip base race, to end up in the situation again was a bit scary. I think we were saying, oh, maybe we should TP and defend this time because we were pretty in control of the game. But I think when we look back on it, we kind of knew it was the right call and that we should believe in ourselves.
Yeah, it seemed like you guys made the right call in the moment. And I also feel like, to go back maybe to the team fights like you were talking about, you guys had a lot of really good scaling options. Obviously, Patrick's Tristana was super fed. Did it feel like pretty much all you had to do was disengage or avoid the Rel plus Rumble combination? Because on paper, that looked like the scariest thing that G2 was going to be thrown your way.
Yeah, that was pretty much all we were scared of. So I think Toro made it his job to get onto Rel every single time. Because if Rel couldn't get the fight started, I think it was pretty free for us. Also, I think Jhin wasn't too useful in this game. I think our bot lane got the better of them early on. So yeah, we were only afraid of that. And obviously when we're starting Drake or Nash, it was the only thing we were really worried about. So we looked out for it and just were decisive with engages.
And final question maybe on the Rumble pick is that obviously he has the danger of overheating and then his auto attacks do more damage, but of course there's a big part of his kit that just gets turned off for 6 seconds. Do you try and even think about that in the team fights, especially if they're elongated, or is that not really something that you can track?
I mean, for me, I guess with Lilia I'm fast enough to kind of stay out of range, or try to. So I think the main thing that we were scared of in team fights was just the Rumble ult. I think we weren't really caring too much about that.
Yeah, Ender, when it comes to this pick, I said Doinby played it a lot as well, but it is really one of those where the ult is kind of the full package, almost. That's really what has to make it happen in the team fight. So what did you think of it?
I was left a little underwhelmed. There was one ult, I think specifically around the Baron, where you had a really good opportunity to line up, I think, both of your carries in the fight, and then half of his ult was just inside of a wall.
Yeah.
So I felt like there was still a little bit more left to be desired there from a Caps Rumble. Yeah, there's a reason why Doinby won the World Championship.
Oh my gosh. I guess this is the time to laugh at it when the pick came out. Hey, Dan, of course, this is a super important win for Excel, and I feel like it's hard to talk about your team because it's hard to kind of really pin down when it goes right or when it goes bad and what exactly it is, because you had this period where you were winning 5-6 games in a row and then all of a sudden it dropped again. Why do you think you were able to be so good in one portion of the season and then fall back again, so that now you're in a struggle for the playoffs? And what are you going to have to tap into in the next 2 games to make sure that you can make it to those playoffs?
Well, I think to begin with, we just kind of knew our style. We were playing to scale, we were playing pretty slow on jungle and just playing for neutral objectives. And I think midway through the split, we kind of lost our way a bit, I guess. We started coin flipping a bit more and making some weird decisions to contest objectives that maybe we shouldn't have. And I think one thing that we kind of lacked, especially when we got into the losing streak, was decisiveness around fighting. We were a bit scared to engage, and then our second game against SK, for example, we were in complete control and just threw it away when we had really free win there. So I think for us, the main thing going into the next 2 games is just be confident, because I think when we're playing well, we can beat anyone, as shown today.
Yeah, absolutely. And it can be an elusive thing to kind of tap into, as said, when you don't have it, right? Then you just wonder where the confidence is gone, even though you've picked up so many wins before. When it comes to you specifically, of course, you came into this team, you had years of experience, and you came from Fnatic Rising, of course, to be promoted into the starter team here of Excel in the jungle. And we heard in the beginning that there would also be a lot put on you in terms of shot calling and team captain role and whatnot. How did that pan out? Is that what you were doing or not? And how do you think you're evolving in the role that you've been putting in the team?
Yeah, I definitely have a big role in communication. In every team I've been in, I've had this role though, so for me it's like quite natural. Especially in Excel, my job is to lead the early game, and then I think later on Checo and Toro help out a lot. So it's not just me on my own, I would say. I would say for me the biggest difference of being in Excel is more the jungle meta and how slow it is, like how farm reliant junglers are right now. Because when I was in Fnatic, I was just running around looking to fight everyone, and right now that doesn't really work. So yeah, for me the communication is good at least.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear like what your preferred style is, or what style you think you're best at. Like if the meta could be anything, what is the Dan jungle meta? That's what I want to know.
I think for me, like when Jarvan and Rek'Sai champ like this, that are meta where you can do like creative pathings, just flash on people level 2 or level 3 and catch them off guard, for me is much more interesting. But I think right now it's also nice, like before it's kind of hard to know if you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing as a jungler, and right now it's like I think pretty obvious whether you're doing good or bad, since you have to play for farm and for levels more than before. So I mean, I like both styles, but I think being more creative and being more involved in the game is what I prefer.
Good choice.
Yeah, this is the right answer. Now, aside from your game, which was a banger as well, actually most of the games have been very good. Ender, I was kind of caught off surprise because we haven't always had the highest quality games in the last couple of weeks, but it seems like the teams are really putting all their weight on the table in the scale to make it happen.
Yeah, it was like pretty much every team that's still fighting for playoffs was like, you know what, I'm going to decide to win today. Of course, we had the big Schalke game and their win over Fnatic earlier.
Misfits?
Misfits as well, looking very, very good. And then, I mean, to me, the big disappointment was Vitality losing out to Astralis and removing them from the race here for playoffs. I felt like they were strong, but Astralis were not messing around today.
No, they were not. Kind of scary, to be honest. I mean, Dan has a really hard strength of schedule, but maybe you want to avoid the teams that are out and just have nothing left to fight for, because they might beat you as well. So, yeah, Dan, were you able to catch any of the other games? Because, of course, you will be playing Rogue tomorrow and then Schalke the day after, or is that something you do after the day's games are over?
Like honestly, I didn't really catch too much of today. I watched a bit to see results, but I didn't really pay too much attention. We were just focusing on being ready for the game tonight, since it was pretty important for us.
Yeah.
So we'll catch up on this later or tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Well, Rogue did well. Actually, no, they did. They lost, so actually they're primed maybe for you to take them on.
Look, Rogue couldn't beat G2, all I'm saying.
That's also true. So it's all looking up. Let's take a look at the standings before our last day of broadcast. Of course, in the teams that are locked in, not much has changed. We have G2 Esports. Ketchup is in front of it, so I can't see if anyone else is locked in. G2
Rogue
Esports.
and Mad Lions.
Rogue, Mad Lions, but I'm wondering how many have locked in, because Fnatic is not locked in yet, because Excel, of course, beat them.
Yes.
And then
I think both Fnatic and SK are 1 win away from guaranteed locking it in, but it's pretty safe to say that Fnatic and SK are going to make it. And then the 6th spot with 2 teams, 7 wins. Excel, you guys are just 1 win behind both Misfits and Schalke. The battle for 6 is what this week is.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, Dan. How do you do it, like when people tell you, oh, you have like this much of percentage of scenarios in which you lock, you have to do this, this, and this, and then that team have to do that and jump over a hurdle and, I don't know, you know, jump in a pool and then maybe you'll make it. I mean, there's all these different scenarios. Do you try and focus on that? Or is it just, no, let's just approach the games and try to win them?
I think for us, we just have to approach the games as they come. Like, I guess the main thing was to overcome the slump that we had, so we just take game by game. And I don't really care about the percentages. We should just go into every game and try our best, and that's all we can do. So I don't care if we have 90% or 10% to get in. We will always play our game and try our best.
Yeah, stats are just stats anyway. Let's check out the schedule for tomorrow. It is the penultimate day of the regular season, day 2 of a 3-day super week. And as said already, Rogue will be on the table for Excel. So, Dan, talk to me about the matchup versus Rogue, versus Inspired in the jungle, and versus a team that is second place in the league right now.
I mean, I think this is a tough matchup for us. I think Inspired is the one jungler who I would say understands the jungle meta the most right now. At least from scrims, he's the one who's hardest to get the advantage over. So I think it will be good that we go in tomorrow with some confidence from today. But definitely, stylistically, I think Rogue are pretty similar to us in the way they play, especially in jungle. So for me, it's going to be a hard matchup, but I'm willing to take a challenge.
What would you say the advice should be for Excel versus Rogue specifically?
Ooh, I mean, to me, stick to the style. Stick to the style. I loved your guys' scaling early on in the season. I liked seeing it again today. And actually, the bot lane 2v2, getting creative with that, that was very exciting to me. But yeah, stick to your style. Do the Yamato Cannon speech.
Yeah, that one,
into the
put that on beforehand, for sure. Okay, fantastic. We're not going to keep you for too long, Dan, because I'm sure you need to prepare for tomorrow as well. But I'd love to take a selfie with you. I don't think we've gotten the chance yet. Well, you don't have to do anything, as you know. And if you hear anything weird, it's the pants. It's not me.
For context, these pants screech, screech, screech everywhere she walks.
Fashion is pain. All right, here we go.
All right, I don't want to block him. I always end up blocking them.
We got him. Yay! Lovely. Thank you very much, Dan.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that was all from us tonight. Be sure to check out LCS Countdown because Cadril will be on that as well. A lot of fun and more fun tomorrow. Sleep well, everyone. I'm not your mom. Do what you want.
I'm hammer, bring the toolies out. Don't make me bring the foolie out. Back in time, I show you what a rookie plays.
Onslaught Shadow straight on to Zanzareth.
Circle full of actors. Y'all should put a movie out. Night Rider, King Kong, shoulders, I'm a monster.
Oh, Blue, I think you might be dead, mate.
You told me there'd be no violence, and Fnatic are having it a very different way.
Don't stress a king out. I changed laughter miserable, critical, pitiful condition.
There's one, there's two. And there's a waiting battle and a waiting Rippo.
All of my enemies in the air like Apollo. You don't really want to know what I've been through to get here to the top of that mountain.
Patrick finds his man, finds his mark. Exo get another kill. As he's jumped back off of it, there's the stun, there's the onslaught, and BTO almost dead before you can do anything but gets the stopwatch up just in time. Whereas on the losing lullaby, if it kills off Armor, another down. You can pop the stopwatch all you want, but you go pop immediately afterwards. Misfits may have won the game right there, but it's Sleep onto Gilius. Limit going in, but Gilius is still asleep. The secondary engage isn't quite there. The encore comes out. Charm, it lands. The shockwave lands onto 2 as well. As Upset, it's gone. Selfmade trying to do what he can with Niski and Whippo. And Broken Blade. 9, 1, and 8 will carry Sjokz to an incredible win versus Fnatic.
3 versus 2, but Magic Felix is alive and so is White Knight. That is one damn tanky crocodile. He's going for the triple, he's going for the quadra. Come on lads, let him have it. White Knight's going for it. Quadra kill for a Nexon. Give him the penta. Get over the wall, White Knight. Get Shagenda. Go for the penta, you absolute madman. Penta kill. Oh, yes.